The stars were silent, but they carried a whisper from Earth, a whisper that had traveled farther than any human voice ever could. Two tiny machines, born in the fevered dreams of the 1970s, now drift alone in the vastness of interstellar space, their metal hearts beating faintly against the cold. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, humanity's farthest travelers, were never meant to last this long. They were built to glimpse the outer planets, to capture fleeting portraits of Jupiter's storms and Saturn's rings, then fade into obscurity. Yet nearly 5 decades later, they endure, carrying our story into a realm where the sun is just another star, a distant pinprick of light in an endless cosmic sea. What will become of them? What happens when these silent emissaries, these time capsules of human hope, sail through eternity? Their journey is a story of audacity, fragility, and the unrelenting pull of the unknown. A story that begins with a spark of wonder and stretches into the unfathomable future. It was the summer of 1977, a time when bell-bottoms swayed and disco pulsed through the airwaves. Humanity stood on the cusp of something extraordinary. A rare alignment of the planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, offered a once-in-a-lifetime chance to explore the outer reaches of our solar system. Scientists and engineers at NASA seized the moment, crafting two probes with the kind of ambition that makes history. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were marvels of their time, their computers humming with just 68 kilobytes of memory, less than a single photo on your phone today. They could process a mere 8,000 instructions per second, a snail's pace compared to the billions churned out by modern devices. Yet these machines were built with a purpose that transcended their modest circuitry. They were humanity's eyes, sent to see what no one had seen before, to touch the edges of our world and carry our dreams beyond it. The Voyagers launched into a sky alive with possibility. Voyager 2 lifted off first on August 20th, 1977, followed by its twin, Voyager 1, on September 5th. Their mission was bold but finite, a 5-year journey to study the gas giants, using the planet's gravity to slingshot from one to the next. They were equipped with plutonium-powered hearts, radioisotope thermoelectric generators that gave them life, and a suite of instruments to capture the wonders of the cosmos. Cameras, spectrometers, and magnetometers were their senses, each one a tool to unravel the mysteries of worlds we could barely imagine. The engineers who built them knew the probes would face unimaginable distances and harsh conditions, but no one could have predicted how far they would go or how long they would last. As they soared past Jupiter in 1979, the Voyagers revealed a planet of breathtaking chaos. Storms swirled in its atmosphere, vast and violent, with winds screaming at hundreds of miles per hour. They caught glimpses of auroras glowing like celestial fire and discovered faint rings circling the gas giant, a delicate surprise no one had expected. But it was Jupiter's moons that stole the show. Io, a world of molten fury, erupted with volcanoes that spewed sulfur into space, painting the moon in shades of red and yellow. Europa, cloaked in ice, hinted at a hidden ocean beneath its frozen crust, a place where life might whisper in the dark. The Voyagers didn't just send back data. They sent back stories, images that made us feel small and vast all at once, as if we were standing on the edge of creation itself. Saturn came next, in 1980 and 1981, and the probes unveiled a world of almost impossible beauty. What we thought were a handful of rings became thousands of intricate ringlets, each one a ribbon of ice and dust dancing in perfect harmony. Saturn's moons told their own tales. Titan, shrouded in a thick, hazy atmosphere, teased scientists with its secrets, while others glimmered with icy promise. Voyager 2 pressed on, alone to Uranus and Neptune, revealing worlds so distant they seemed like dreams. Uranus, a pale blue giant, tilted wildly on its axis, its rings faint and ghostly. Neptune even farther, stunned with its vibrant blue hue and geysers erupting from its moon Triton at temperatures colder than anything we could fathom. These discoveries weren't just scientific triumphs. They were love letters from the cosmos, written in light and shadow, sent back to a species hungry to know its place in the universe. But the Voyager's journey was never just about the planets. They carried something more, a message, a piece of us. Aboard each probe is a golden record, a gold-plated disc etched with the sounds of Earth. Laughter, music, the crash of ocean waves, the cry of a newborn baby. There are greetings in 55 languages, from ancient Akkadian to modern Mandarin, and images of our world. Mountains, forests, a mother nursing her child. Carl Sagan, who championed the record's creation, saw it as a bottle cast into the cosmic ocean, a gesture of hope that someone or something might one day find it. The launching of this bottle into the cosmic ocean says something very hopeful about life on this planet, he said. It was a declaration that we existed, that we dreamed, that we reached for the stars. By 1990, the Voyagers had completed their primary mission, but their story was far from over. In a final act of poetry, Voyager 1 turned its cameras back toward home, capturing a series of images that would become known as the Solar System Family Portrait. Among them was a single frame, taken from 6 billion kilometers away, showing Earth as a tiny, pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam. Carl Sagan's words immortalized it. Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us. It was a humbling reminder of our fragility, our unity, and our place in the vastness. 34 minutes after that photo, Voyager 1's cameras went dark, powered down to save energy. The probes had no more pictures to take, but their journey was only beginning. Now in 2025, Voyager 1 is more than 24.8 billion kilometers from Earth, Voyager 2 trailing at 20.8 billion. Their signals, traveling at the speed of light, take over 23 hours to reach us, a faint whisper across the void. Their plutonium power is fading, each year producing 4 watts less, forcing mission controllers to make heartbreaking choices. Heaters have been turned off, instruments silenced one by one, all to keep the probes alive a little longer. They've crossed into interstellar space, Voyager 1 in 2012, Voyager 2 in 2018, leaving behind the sun's protective heliosphere and entering a realm of sparse gas, cosmic rays, and temperatures just above absolute zero. It's a place of profound isolation, where particles move fast and deadly, and the probes drift silently, their metal bodies enduring the cold indifference of the cosmos. Yet even as their power fades, the Voyagers carry on, driven by momentum and the audacity of their creators. They are humanity's farthest flung creations, ambassadors of a species that dared to dream beyond its cradle. What lies ahead for them? In the early 2030s, their power will likely run dry, and their signals will fall silent. No more data, no more whispers from the void. But their journey won't end. They'll keep drifting, carried by the momentum of their launch, through a universe that stretches far beyond our imagination. In 30,000 years, they'll pass through the Oort cloud, a distant shell of comets that marks the edge of our solar system. For the first time, the pull of other stars will grow stronger than the sun's, tugging them gently toward new horizons. The Voyagers drift now in the silent expanse of interstellar space, where the sun's warmth is a fading memory and the stars beckon with cold, indifferent light. Their journey, once a blaze of discovery, has become a quiet pilgrimage into the unknown. The plutonium hearts that powered their triumphs, images of Jupiter's storms, Saturn's rings, and Neptune's icy geysers, are faltering, each beat weaker than the last. By the early 2030s, their signals will cease, a final whisper lost in the cosmic static. Yet even in silence, these probes will carry humanity's story forward, their metal shells and golden records enduring as testaments to a species that dared to reach beyond its grasp. What lies ahead for them in the vastness? What forces will shape their path through the eons? The engineers back on Earth, those stewards of the Voyager's fading years, face a slow, wrenching farewell. Every watt of power is precious now, a dwindling currency spent to keep a few instruments alive. Heaters have gone cold, sensors have been silenced, and the cameras, those eyes that once framed our pale blue dot, have long been dark. The probe's computers, relics of a bygone era, still hum with just enough life to send faint data streams across 24.8 billion kilometers. Each signal takes nearly a day to reach us, a fragile thread connecting us to our farthest explorers. Mission controllers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory ration this power with care, knowing the end is near. By 2030, or perhaps a year or two later, the last trickle of energy will vanish, and the Voyagers will go quiet, their voices stilled forever. But silence does not mean stillness. The Voyagers will keep moving, carried by the momentum of their 1977 launch, hurtling at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour through the interstellar void. They are free now, no longer bound by the sun's embrace, yet trapped in a different way, trapped by the vastness itself, with no destination, no end. In about 30,000 years, they'll pass through the Oort cloud, a ghostly sphere of comets and icy debris that marks the solar system's outer edge. It's a place so distant that the sun's gravity will barely hold them, and the pull of other stars will begin to whisper louder. The Oort cloud is not a gentle place. Its frozen fragments could batter the probes, though their odds of a direct hit are slim. If they survive, they'll emerge into true interstellar space, where the galaxy itself becomes their guide. Imagine Voyager 1 in roughly 40,000 years, drifting within 1.6 light-years of Gliese 445, a small red star in the constellation Camelopardalis. It won't stop or linger. It will simply glide by, a fleeting visitor in a cosmic dance. Voyager 2, on its own path, will come within 1.7 light-years of Ross 248, another red dwarf, around the same time. These encounters are not close by human standards. A light-year is 9.5 trillion kilometers. But in the vastness of space, they're a near miss. The probes won't orbit these stars or be captured. They'll simply pass through, their trajectories bent ever so slightly by the star's gravity, like ships brushing past islands in an endless sea. These moments will mark the Voyager's first true steps into the galaxy, no longer tethered to the sun that birthed them. Yet even as they drift, the Voyagers face a relentless foe, the interstellar medium. It's not empty space, but a sparse soup of gas, dust, and cosmic rays. Tiny grains, some just 1,000th of a millimeter across, zip through the void at kilometers per second. Each collision with a Voyager's metal skin leaves a mark, a microscopic crater, a vaporized scar. Over thousands of years, then millions, this cosmic sandblasting will wear them down. Their golden records, though, are built to endure. Encased in aluminum and plated in gold, these time capsules are humanity's bet against oblivion. They carry the sounds of our world, Beethoven's symphonies, a mother's lullaby, the roar of a thunderstorm, and images of our lives, a child's smile, a mountain's peak, a lover's embrace. If the probes themselves crumble, the records might survive, drifting as eternal echoes of Earth. The galaxy is not a static place. As the Voyagers sail on, the stars themselves shift and dance, orbiting the Milky Way's center. In about 250 million years, our solar system and the Voyagers will complete one full galactic orbit, a journey so long it defies comprehension. By then, the probes will have endured countless collisions, their once gleaming bodies pitted and scarred. Massive gas clouds or passing stars might tug at their paths, bending their courses in ways we can't predict. Yet barring a catastrophic impact, they could persist, battered but intact, for billions of years. The universe will change around them. Stars will die, new ones will be born, and the Milky Way itself will face a cataclysmic merger with the Andromeda Galaxy in about 5 billion years. The Voyagers, if they survive, will be swept into this cosmic collision, their fates as uncertain as the stars themselves. What is it about these probes that stirs the heart? They are machines, after all, cold, mechanical things. Yet they carry our humanity, our curiosity, our longing to be known. The golden record, more than anything, is a gesture of faith. Carl Sagan and his team didn't expect an alien civilization to find it. Not really. They knew the odds were vanishingly small, like a message in a bottle tossed into an infinite ocean. But they created it anyway, because the act of reaching out, of saying, "We were here," matters. It's a defiance of the void, a refusal to let our existence fade unnoticed. The Voyagers are our ambassadors, not just to other worlds but to time itself, carrying our voice into a future we'll never see. As the probes drift farther, they become a mirror for our own fleeting existence. We too are travelers, moving through the brief span of our lives, leaving behind echoes of our hopes and dreams. The Voyagers remind us how small we are, how vast the universe is, and yet how powerful our desire to connect can be. In their silence, they speak of resilience, of the stubborn human spirit that builds machines to outlast us, to carry our story when we're gone. They are a testament to what we can achieve when we dare to look up, to wonder, to reach beyond the horizon. The Voyagers sail on, tiny specks adrift in the infinite ocean of the cosmos, their silence a poignant echo of humanity's fleeting presence. No longer whispering to Earth, their plutonium hearts stilled by the 2030s, they carry forward a legacy etched in gold, a record of our voices, our music, our dreams. In 40,000 years, they'll glide past distant stars, Voyager 1 brushing Gliese, 445, Voyager 2 skimming Ross, 248, their paths nudged by the gentle pull of alien suns, but their journey stretches far beyond, into a future where the Milky Way itself will transform. What will become of these probes in a billion years or 5, when galaxies collide and the universe grows strange? Will they endure as battered relics, or will their golden records whisper our story to an unknown listener? In 250 million years, as the solar system completes a single orbit around the Milky Way's glowing core, the Voyagers will have weathered an unrelenting storm. Interstellar dust, those microscopic grains racing through the void, will have scarred their metal bodies, each impact a tiny wound in their once pristine shells. Gas clouds, vast and diffuse, or the gravitational tug of passing stars might bend their courses, sending them spiraling into new, unpredictable paths. Yet if they avoid a fatal collision, they could persist, their structures eroded but enduring, for billions of years. The golden record, shielded in its aluminum case, might outlast the probes themselves, its gold-plated surface gleaming faintly against the cosmic dark, a beacon of a long-forgotten world. By 5 billion years from now, the universe will be a different place. The sun, swollen into a red giant, will have consumed the inner planets, Earth among them, before collapsing into a white dwarf, a cooling ember of its former glory. The Voyagers, far from this drama, will face their own reckoning. The Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies will collide, a slow-motion dance of stars and gas that reshapes the heavens. Trillions of stars will swirl together, their gravitational chaos tugging at the probe's fragile trajectories. Perhaps the Voyagers will be flung into new orbits, or maybe they'll be caught in the maelstrom, their metal frames shattered by some unseen force. Or against all odds, they might drift through unscathed, witnesses to a cosmic spectacle no human could imagine. What makes the Voyager's journey so haunting is its permanence. They are trapped in motion, bound to wander forever with no hope of rest. Unlike us, they have no home to return to, no end to their voyage. In a trillion years, when most stars have burned out, leaving a universe of black holes, white dwarfs, and neutron stars, the Voyagers, or what remains of them, might still drift. The cosmos will grow cold and dim, its once vibrant galaxies fading into darkness. Main sequence stars like our sun will be rare, their light extinguished. Yet in this alien future, the golden record could endure, its copper core and gold plating resisting the slow decay of time. It's a fragile hope, but one that speaks to the heart of why we sent them. The record is our voice crying out across the eons. It holds the laughter of children, the strum of a guitar, the rustle of leaves in a forest we'll never see again. It carries greetings in languages now extinct, images of a planet that may no longer exist. If, by some miracle, an advanced civilization finds one of the Voyagers, they might decode its contents. They might hear Chuck Berry's guitar or the soft murmur of a mother to her child. They might see our mountains, our oceans, our faces, and wonder who we were. In that moment, billions of years from now, humanity will live again, if only in the curiosity of another. The odds are slim. Space is vast and time is vaster. But the possibility is enough to stir the soul. Or perhaps the Voyagers will never be found. Perhaps they'll drift, unseen, through a universe that forgets them. Even then, their existence matters. They are proof that we looked up, that we built something to outlast us, that we dared to speak to the stars. The golden record isn't just for aliens, it's for us. A reminder of what we're capable of when we dream beyond our limits. The Voyagers embody our longing to connect, to leave a mark, to say, we were here and we mattered. Their journey mirrors our own, brief, fragile, yet filled with meaning we create for ourselves. As we stand here in 2025, gazing up at a sky the Voyagers have long since left behind, their story invites us to reflect. Our lives are short, our planet a fleeting haven in the cosmic vastness. Yet like the Voyagers, we carry stories that can endure. Through the things we build, the love we share, the dreams we send into the unknown. The probes are our proxies, carrying a piece of us into eternity, but they also call us to live fully in the now, to cherish the pale blue dot they showed us from so far away. Their silence is not an end, but a challenge, to keep exploring, to keep reaching, to keep telling our story while we can. In the end, the Voyagers are more than machines. They are humanity's outstretched hand, trembling but resolute, reaching for the infinite. Whether they crumble into dust or drift forever, whether their records are heard or lost, they carry our hope, a hope that refuses to fade, even in the face of eternity. And as they sail through the cosmic dark, they remind us that even the smallest voice, cast into the void, can echo with meaning far beyond its time.